What's going on, y'all? What it is. So let's go ahead and slide on this topic, and I want to talk about this worldwide outage just taking place all over America and maybe even abroad, right? So there are several thousands of customers that has been affected by this, and it has to do with your carrier, your cell phone carrier. So AT&T, Verizon, T-Mobile, Cricket, so forth and so on. They're having issues, and a lot of people woke up this morning, including myself, with their phone in SOS mode. Now, with this issue taking place, a lot of people can't even call out, and then there are some people that can't even dial 911 in case they had an emergency. But if you turn on your Wi-Fi calling, a lot of people are able to call out that way. Now, this situation has a lot of people in panic mode, including people that stay close to me. I've had neighbors talk about the movie Leave the World Behind. This is all a setup. This is a test to see how we will react, and we're under a cyber attack and things of that nature. I'm not going to go so far to say that. I've had neighbors to go to the store to stock up on canned goods, water, things like that, the basic essentials and things like that, because they feel like America has come under attack. Now, a lot of people have took to Twitter, well, excuse me, it's X now, but all over social media, a lot of people that have been affected by this are voicing their displeasures, and they're very upset and very, very scared at the same time that the movie Leave the World Behind may be coming to pass right now. So what I want to do right here is play you guys a couple of news clips, and then I'm going to revert back to people talking about the movie Leave the World Behind. Then after that, I'm going to implement a few clips of people talking about their phone being on SOS mode. So sit tight, and I'll be right back.
Breaking right now, if you're up and have AT&T as your cell phone provider, you may not have service, although I have it. I have service right now.
Yeah, you say you do. Some people in the newsroom do not have it at all. Appears to be a nationwide outage, though, impacting cell phones and possibly internet, too. Let's go right to Darius Johnson, live in the newsroom with the details. Darius, I just started to search AT&T into Google. It finished off my words with service outage, so a lot of people search
just AT, boom. It was
And easily, if you go to x.com, you can see many people starting to express their frustrations online about this outage. We first started to see this outage take place around 2:30 this morning, and according to a Down Detector website, there are more than 30,000 outages, and the outages are taking place in different big cities across the nation: Chicago, San Francisco, Los Angeles, Houston, Dallas, San Antonio, and Atlanta. However, we're still exactly trying to figure out exactly what caused this outage. Now, take a walk with me. We wanted to tell you exactly how we figured this out this morning. It was someone on our assignment desk who was checking her phone, just trying to see if she could make a call. Earlier this morning, she noticed that it said SOS on her phone, and I'm going to show you it right here. This is what many people are going to be waking up to. You can see right in the corner where it says SOS, and although she is connected to Wi-Fi, she still has not been able to connect to the internet or anything else, or even make calls. At one point, we tried to even dial 911 to see if she could connect with emergency services. That was not possible. So we're still working to figure out exactly what has prompted the outage. We're also working to figure out if this outage is impacting emergency services as well, as many of them may be many of them may be using AT&T as their service provider. So once again, we're just trying to figure out exactly what's causing all of this. We have reached out to AT&T. We've heard nothing from them. There's no message. There's nothing on their website or no tweets that indicate that there is an outage right now or what customers should do. So especially if you're waking up this morning and you have AT&T, you're likely going to be waking up with that SOS message and unable to make any calls out or receive any calls. So Ryan and Audrina, we're definitely going to stay on top of this to figure out what's going on and what's prompting this outage.
All right, Darius, thanks for staying on top of that for us.
Major cellular outage is being reported nationwide. The tracking website downdetector.com is reporting more than 32,000 outages for AT&T customers. We're also hearing reports of customers with AT&T are struggling to call 911, and that is a problem.
That's not good. All right, more than 800 outages also reported for Verizon and T-Mobile users. It's unclear what caused this outage. There has been no word yet from any of these major cellular networks. Did you have a problem this morning, Pete?
I didn't notice.
Welcome.
Great to be here. I did not notice it, but a lot of people have. Yeah, and it's coast to coast. It's not the kind of thing that's just happening here in New York. Apparently, reports are it's all the way to LA, maybe international too.
I see LA, Dallas, Atlanta, San Diego, San Antonio, Chicago, San Francisco, and Honolulu. So what about Surfside Beach in South Carolina? Lawrence, poll the audience. Ask for the hands if anybody's having a cell phone problem.
Yeah, let's ask the folks here. Okay, who's having cell phone issues here today? Who has AT&T? Raise your hand. AT&T? Cell phone issue. What about Verizon? Who's having some Verizon issues today?
Okay.
Yep. So pretty much everyone, guys, is having the same issue. Thank God for the Wi-Fi network, because that's what we're using.
Yeah, I was going to say, because it's the data. Lexi, our assistant, she came in this morning and she said, my data's not working, but when I get to Fox and I turn it on Wi-Fi, my phone works now.
That's exactly right. I think they can make emergency phone calls, but they're not able to make just general phone calls of family. And so you got a lot of folks getting up for school, taking their kids out, and hopefully we can get control of this situation real fast.
Yeah, we're trying to call some people to find out what's going on, but apparently there's a cell phone problem. So we're gonna be working on this hour because people are getting up. They want to know the news, and if your phone doesn't work, you're pretty much cut off. That's the beauty of cable TV.
Your alarm does work though. I was like, Lexi, how'd you get up this morning? She said my alarm was working. But this is how addicted we are to our phones. Everyone is so everyone's freaking out because this morning it's not working. Yeah.
I have to be honest, Ainsley. I got up this morning, the phone is not working. I know I've been on the road a lot. Did I forget to pay my bill? Like, is something not going in? And I was like, okay, I got automatic payment on that. So that's good. Yeah. But everybody's experiencing the same issue.
Yeah, and we're going to get to the bottom of it. And I mean, everything, if there's ever a cyber attack or a satellite malfunction, even a major solar flare, if cell phones went out, give it 3 hours. Give it 12 hours. Give it 24 hours. And a lot of things change in our society. The country would be brought to its knees. Massive vulnerability. Absolutely.
So this movie comes out on Netflix. Have you heard about it? It's called Leave the World Behind. It seems like everyone and their mother is talking about this movie on TikTok right now, so you know I'm going to also, okay? I'm going to give it to you raw, just how you like it, so here we go. All right, this movie was interesting. If They Had Us in the first half was a movie, this would be it. The movie itself wasn't bad. Yeah, sure, there was some pacing issues, made it kind of slow in certain scenes, but overall, the movie did a pretty good job of creating just enough anxiety to keep you interested to wonder what the hell is going on, okay? And then the ending happened. Look, I'm not going to get into the specifics of the ending to avoid any spoilers for any of you who haven't seen it just yet. Just know you're either going to love it or you're going to hate it. But what was going on with all the weird, all too familiar symbolism going on in that movie? Look, when it comes to apocalyptic type scenarios in movies, you always kind of watch them with this anxiety easing thought of, well, it's just a movie. Yeah, this one though felt a little too real. This movie paints a pretty painfully realistic viewpoint of what would be like in the event of a complete and total power blackout in the United States. But even deeper than that, you have this almost weird in-your-face type of description as to what caused the situations that the characters are in. And bro, it honestly feels like they were reading from a page out of our government's handbook, a handbook that's entitled How to Take Total Control 101. Not to mention some of the subtle little depressing Easter eggs that are in the movie, such as the girl wearing a NASA shirt, the boy wearing a shirt that says obey, the fact that there is a direct reference to how completely useless most people are today, and how they'd be completely inept to handle any type of apocalyptic scenario. Oh, and get ready for this one. Barack and Michelle Obama were the producers of the movie. Like, what? Can someone please explain to me why a former U.S. president and first lady produced a movie in which there is one scene in particular where a main character describes, and very scarily could easily happen in today's times, detail about how the government could have created the situation that they were in, okay? Something just seems very, very odd about that. I watched that movie with my parents, and on multiple occasions throughout the movie, I kept turning to them saying, hey, you know what? This is what it would probably be like if there was actually a power outage, or hey, this is what it would be like if the government really wanted to take over. And then I wake up and find out that one of the dudes who had access to all of our country's deepest, darkest secrets produced this damn movie? Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and file that one under a hell no, okay? It's kind of like they're subliminally trying to put it in our heads for what's to come. You can call me crazy if you want, alright? But look at all the references that were in our pop culture media that kept showing up of the Twin Towers in the years leading up to 9/11. And now, when the world seems to be unstable, and with every American seemingly at their wits' end when it comes to things like the economy, social unrest, and flat out distrust in our systems, a former president produces a movie that specifically details how a government could go about taking control of its own people. I don't know, man. Seems a little weird to me.
Let's talk about this movie a bit. If you are one of the 1% of people who are actually awake here, then you will see with your eye that this movie is a way to program you. Basically, the plot of this is the end of the world. It goes through 3 phases. 1 is disrupting communication and everyone not knowing what's going on. 2 is disorder and confusion, people not knowing what is happening. And then 3 is civil war. Throughout the plot of this, technology is going down and basically everyone is going into chaos. Planes are flying out of the sky, boats are riding up on land. You got deer acting weird AF because that's what animals do. They can sense supernatural things and things that we cannot see. But if you know anything about Hollywood and the media and one of our very kind ex-presidents who did so much for this country, you'll know that this is all predictive programming. Hence the word programming following the word TV that tells you a vision. There's a book by Ray Dalio, it's called The Changing World Order. It talks about the rise and fall of nations. And the US is currently around here. Large debts, printing money, internal conflict. You see all the social things going on. What follows is loss of reserve currency, weak leadership, civil war. Meanwhile, you got these morally superior gentlemen uniting in one single currency, basically to get rid of the US dollar. It's called BRICS. And so if you see what's going on here, by doing this and opening this, you can feel that something weird is happening. And basically what this movie is a way to make you accept a new reality. Because what we perceive with our eyes, and our eye is truth, becomes our reality. We realize it. It comes into realization. So why am I spreading this message if we don't need to bring it into our reality? One thing you need to realize is you literally have nothing to fear other than fear itself, which is an illusion. And so by you watching this, by you becoming aware of it, you are doing one of the most important, if not the most important thing you can do while you're alive, which is elevate your consciousness. And when you are aware of a negative, you can consciously choose the positive, because what you're unaware of will constantly affect you. You are the cause, not the effect. And so if you watch this movie, and if you're someone who hasn't, I know right now your curiosity is sparked and you want to, go into it, and I challenge you to watch it from a place of awareness and not letting the emotion affect you. You can watch it, but you don't have to accept it. Your brain is constantly recording this stuff. So while you watch the movie, imagine every single scene as the opposite. Do not accept fear into your life. Love through fear. Fear has a nature of its own. I've literally died and witnessed absolute fear and terror in front of me and consuming me. And the only way to beat it is to turn into absolute love and go through it. Never avoid it. Acknowledge that it's there. And as soon as you can accept it, you can move through it and it disappears. You fight back by remaining firm in your truth, in the truth. You do not give in to an opposing force of negativity and fear that wants to lower your vibration and your frequency. You have a choice to either live down here in fear or up here in love, joy, peace, and enlightenment. But remember, it's a choice. And you don't have to be religious, but look at Christ, for example. Jesus was the embodiment of dying to the fear and still conquering it. That's what the whole message is. You overcome fear by loving through it with courage. You put yourself on the cross, you disintegrate who you were, and then you step into the new version of yourself that can live fearlessly while still feeling that fear. Remind yourself that fear is the ultimate compass to where you need to go, and it's all within. Every time you experience fear, it is calling you to go in that direction, embodying love, accepting its nature, and conquering it in the name of truth. In the end, God will win. It's already been won.
So it's 2:51 in the morning, and my phone is on SOS mode. Why? Apple, AT&T, just fix it. I got somewhere to be in the morning. I need my maps to work. If not, and I got a map corset, and y'all really take me back to the 99 and the 2000s, I'm gonna have an attitude. That's why I'm dressed right now. I'm ready. So I need y'all to just fix it. I don't care what's happening. Just fix it. Fix it. That's it. Because it's giving landline with cell phone prices. You know what I'm saying? And if y'all do need some time, just know we need something off that bill, okay? That's all I'm saying. Just do the right thing. Fix it. And I don't want no credit. Take the money off the bill. I want to see it. It should say SOS mode minus a fair amount for however long it's going to take y'all to fix this. But what I don't get, y'all be sending Amber Alerts to everybody's phone, but y'all can't send out a mass text and say, yo, we going to fix this, da-da-da-da, we working on it. Y'all need to say something. Say something, baby. Y'all need to say something. Dead ass. I need this fixed by 5 o'clock in the morning. Like y'all about 2 hours and 7 minutes. Just fix it.
AT&T, if y'all don't fix these towers and get my phone off of SOS mode, I know something. Because why has my phone been in SOS mode for the last hour? Apple, what's going on? And it's not just my service, because I have AT&T. It's all services. Me and everyone else around me is on SOS. Between SOS only or no service flashing. Like, what's happening here? Because I'm right next to the tower. I pay my bill on time. On time, it's paid. So, anyone else? Okay. What's going on?
So if you woke up with SOS for your service on your cell phone, this is why. Overnight, there's been a massive outage for AT&T, Verizon, and there's a few other ones that are now reporting it. Started about 4 a.m. Central Time. Now, I think everybody's first thought's going to be leave the world behind. However, until Mark Zuckerberg's $500 million bunker is done in construction, I don't think we have that to worry about. But once it is, ugh. So what does that SOS mean? It means when you are not connected to Wi-Fi, you're not able to use your cell phone like you would when you have service. For a parent, that's very concerning. For a child, equally concerning. For everybody, it's concerning. You're not able to connect like you usually do. This list right here is the current large city list that has the major outages. If you notice, it's a lot of Texas and a lot of major cities. So if you're in this area, please, I hope you get your service back quick. I know it's a little bit scary. Everybody has anxiety, but hopefully AT&T just has a simple power outage.
Millions of people woke up with no internet outage, no cell phone service, and things like that. So I want to talk to you about it. I want you to make a plan with your family, and I'll tell you about the plan that I have with my family. So say, for instance, there is an EMP attack or a cyber attack, and you don't have access to contact your family. I'm very close to my family. I don't know how close you are to your family. I also have kids, and we have a plan. Our plan is I can go 48 hours without being in contact with them. After that, they come to me, or I go to my kids, or whatever the plan is. But I'm not going to be out trying to get to them and they're trying to get to me, and then we miss each other, things like that. No, they come to me. We have a designated spot that's already prepared with everything we need. I have enough firearms at home, ammo at home, food at home. I have everything I need here to last actually over 48 hours, but I'm not going 48 hours without being with my family. So this is a plan. This is something that you should talk to your family about, because who knows what happened today? We just wake up to no phones, no internet. It could be a cyber attack. We know it's not an EMP attack because a lot more would be out. But who's to say what the future holds? So just at least have that conversation with your family in the event of an emergency. I'm not trying to scare anyone or anything like that, but I think it's important to have a plan. I think that regardless, whether your phones are working or not, if your family don't hear from you within 48 hours, they should be worrying, because anything could have happened to you at home. So have that conversation, make a plan, have a designated area to be at. Our local sheriff even sent out a message on Facebook saying 911 is not even working. If there's an emergency, we can't even call 911 in my area. So please make a plan. Please make sure, and please don't mind my eyebrows. But yeah, make a plan and make sure that you are prepared to protect yourself at home. I think that's one of the biggest things for me. Make sure you can protect yourself at home. Make sure that you have enough supplies at home to where you don't have to go out in the world and be in a chaotic environment. Because say it was a power outage and you can't check out at the cash register and things like that at your local grocery store. This is why we tell you all to prepare. People think that it's about zombie apocalypse or something like that, but no. We prepare for emergencies just like today. Stock up, prepare, make a plan, you guys. And if you have any questions, let me know.
Many of my followers are not going to get this this post right now because AT&T has completely been shut down, which means TikTok is off their phone. So this is, I think, and I believe, a much bigger story than what they're letting out to believe. I don't know if this was a cyber warfare. I don't know if this was an attack. I don't know if this is just a shutdown. I don't know if this is just a power outage or an overage of power that we've been using in the United States of America. But right now, a huge part of AT&T has been shut down, and thank God I've got Verizon. Let me know what your thoughts about that. Is this just an accident? Is this just a company misfault? Or has this been something has come to take over AT&T users? And that's all I got to say about that. I find this a little scary. I find this a little concerning. Let me know what you think about this. Midnight, I am out. 1, 2, 3. Woo!
Something is going on with the AT&T phone network as we speak. This is a heat map from downdetector.com that shows several major US cities without any AT&T cell service. That also includes myself. Now, this was updated just a couple minutes ago that already shows 8,000 plus people that have the ability to report the outage. And everyone also immediately taking to Twitter to say, what is going on? And the short answer is, we have no idea what's going on. I mean, it's currently 4 in the morning here Eastern time, and I'm on SOS as well. The only reason I'm able to upload this TikTok is because of a Wi-Fi connection. Now, some of the largest impacted cities include these up above, including Houston, Dallas, Seattle, Los Angeles, Chicago, San Antonio, San Francisco, Tulsa, and Atlanta. Now, 59% of people say their mobile phone isn't working. 25% say there's no signal. Question is, are you getting service right now, and is this only on the AT&T network, or is it on other cellular brands too?
All right, so you guys just heard all of that. Now, I'm not going to be the one to just jump to conclusions here, but I will say if you have a gut feeling that you need to prepare, and if you're not already prepared, go ahead and just follow your instincts and do what you need to do. Now, Verizon, T-Mobile, and AT&T, they have put out statements saying that they're working to resolve the issue. So listen, let's just see what happens there. But like I said, I don't know what's going on. It's just particularly odd and strange. But anyway, I want you guys to drop down in the comments and let me know what you think about this whole entire situation. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and if you're new here, consider subscribing to the channel, all right? You guys have a beautiful day. Take care. Peace.